this video, I'm going to do my best to explain drop tuning for those who may not know what it is, or for those who just simply like to know more about it. If you're interested in rock and metal guitar, which you probably are since you're watching this video, then you've probably heard the terms drop D tuning or drop C tuning, and that's different than just putting your guitar into a lower tuning. If E standard tuning is our starting place, then dropping your guitar to anything lower than that is just tuning your guitar to a lower key. But if we only detune our sixth string, the thickest one, it can change the way we play certain chords and give us a pretty cool sound. It gives the guitar a lower, heavier sound. It's super easy to play in, and it's a lot of fun. As soon as it was shown to me, I was hooked. And right now, I'm gonna show you exactly how it was shown to me so that you can get rocking right away. Assuming you know how to tune your guitar, either with a regular tuner or by ear, all you need to do is be in E standard, E to E, and then drop your sixth string, again, the thickest one whole step so that it reads D on the tuner. So now we're in drop D, and that's it. But before I show you some cool things about it, I'd like to talk a little bit about power chords back in E. Metallica, my favorite band. Most of their riffs are in a standard tuning, and they use a lot of power chords. Same with all the great metal bands. The power chord, simply any note on the sixth string. Let's just start there. The sixth string, 3 notes up. On the fifth string, those together. So any note on the sixth string, 3 notes apart on the fifth string, playing together. And depending on how you're looking at it, I call it 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, 5 to 7, 5, 6, 7 is 3 notes apart. Some might say that's 2 notes apart if you don't count the first one. Whatever, potato, patata, I call it 3 notes apart. Anywhere you do it. Now, the king of all of them is the open. That may be a little confusing if you didn't know, but it's the second fret on the fifth string and the sixth string open. Still 3 apart. Works the exact same on the fifth and fourth string too. You hear that metallic sound, you know? It's just got like a metallic edge to it. Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, I mean, all the thrash, all the metal bands, it's just there, power chords. But then I think, at least for me, in the mid-90s, a lot of hardcore bands started coming around, and even some more like the, I don't know if they're called rap rock or what, but like the groovier bands, you know, Rage Against the Machine and Downset, Orange 9mm, although I can't confirm they play in drop, but Deftones, stuff like that. They started dropping the sixth string. I'll show you how I'm using this little tuning method to do this in a moment without looking at my tuner. They realized that you could play a power chord just as a bar chord. Or open is the same as playing like that when we're back up in E on our sixth string. But we've dropped it to D. We've just dropped from E to D. Now those same power chords are just bar chords. So I'm playing here, 3 on the sixth string, 3 on the fifth string. 2 on the sixth string, 2 on the fifth string. You could even still do that on the fifth and fourth string. They're technically not power chords on the 5th and 4th anymore, but they still have that sound and they work well together. These are still power chords. It's still technically a root and a 5th. If you want to learn more about what that means and the theory behind it, I certainly don't discourage it, but I'm not going to go into the technicality of that right now. Just know that a power chord is made up of any root note and its 5th within the scale. A lot of cool things can be done in a drop tuning too, without necessarily playing the power chords. This one ring a bell? I think a lot of like stoner rock or like bluesy type rock, you know, are done in this area. Just combining the drop tuning, power chords, just that little box. Reminds me a little like Zakk Wylde, that type of stuff, you know? So lots of cool stuff you can do in there. But again, it just has this like sound to it. It's just a little bit lower than E standard and easier to play. Power chords. Not that power chords are difficult to play, but there's just a certain freedom about it, something that feels good about this. All that, I'm just improvising, just playing power chords. My band Chimera, we play in drop C. So it's E standard, dropping the whole guitar to D standard, then dropping the 6th string one more full step to C. So, and again, that's what makes a drop tuning, just having your 6th string a whole step lower than the key of the rest of your guitar. It's really that simple. It isn't changing the tuning of any of the other strings. If you do that, then you're changing the key. So again, like for a drop C, you drop the whole thing from E to D, then the 6th string, one more full step. I'll give you a quick example of that. This guitar right here is in drop C. So you hear it just a little bit lower. So it's my favorite tuning to play in. Definitely an easier thing to switch around with a fixed bridge. This happens to be a Floyd. So on my Floyd guitars, as I say in many of my maintenance tutorials about keeping your guitar and floats in tune, floating properly, intonation right, all that kind of stuff, I recommend sticking with one tuning and one setup per guitar. Not everybody has the luxury to have different guitars for different tunings. So if you are going to be changing your tunings often, I don't recommend a Floyd Rose, recommend a fixed bridge. Let's take it one step further. And go with a 7th string to further demonstrate the drop tuning. So a 7th string's typical tuning, it's kind of a weird sound there, isn't it? Plugging that in and out. A 7th string's typical tuning is E through E standard, 6 through 1. So that's regular E standard, and it comes with a low B. But I've gone and dropped this a whole step to an A. So now it also, same deal, just bar chords as power chords. So this is drop A. Low A on a 7th string, but then E through E on my 6th through 1st. So I hope that explained it. Again, it's way easier than you may think. All you got to do, drop your 6th string a full step. Really, no matter what tuning you're in, that puts you in a drop tuning and allows you to do power chords in a bar form, which is the name of the game. It also allows you to do these big open chords, which I like a lot. Couldn't really do that in a standard if this were up. Oh, one thing I did say that I was going to do, let's talk about the tuning. So a couple ways to do this by ear. Let's go back to standard. Okay, so a lot of you guys might know, but or if you don't, the 5th fret, 5th, 5 on 6, should be the same as 5 open. Close, depending if I'm in tune. 5 on 6 again, 5 open. Should sound similar in pitch. If I go to the 7th fret, it's not it, but I drop it a whole step. Now it's the same on the 7th, so that you can do it from the 7th fret. You can also do it from the 4th string. Back in E, the 2nd fret of the 4th string, I'm on the 2nd fret, so it's an E, just like the 6th open. But if I want to drop, I can do it open, just a D. And that's the main way I do it. When I'm trying to do it quick, I'm up in E, then go back up by hitting the 2nd fret, playing an E octave. So I'm in standard, and then I want to drop. Again, this is the 4th to 6th string. I feel like I rushed that tuning thing a little bit. I don't know that everybody's at the right, it's an easy concept, but I don't want to push too much on you because like I said, it's kind of a video for beginners, just for drop tunings. So wrap your head around whatever you can from this video. The tuning should make sense, but the beauty of it nowadays is that everybody's got a tuner on their phone or just on the computer and stuff like that. So it's just easy to kind of do it like that, like using a calculator, right? Instead of the abacus or whatever, like back in my day. Anyways, appreciate everybody watching. Now, we've come this far with the drop tuning. Take a look at this video right here where I play 10 easy Chimera riffs, all using a drop tuning. So if you want to learn some of those from my band Chimera, you can check that out. Appreciate everybody watching. Cheers. I'm Rob Arnold. See you on the next one.